Hello class, today we are going to have a special lesson on DC Universe Classics Wave 16, figure number 3, the Riddler. And there we've got his kind of emblem there, which is a question mark, which is what I guess he's known for. Sadly, that's kind of what Jim Carrey's known for too, right? Anyways, we're going to take a look at the figure in the package and then we'll open it up. So there's the front and we can see the Riddler there looking all serious in his tight spandex. I don't get that. What's the... Anyways. The whole spandex thing is so overrated. Anyways, on the side here, we've got a collect and connect piece. We've got a left arm. We can see it in there a little bit. And that arm is going to go to build him, which is awesome. Hey, look it. There's where we bought it. Anyways. Whoa. Some other figures in the series. We've got Jonah Hex, Creeper, Riddler, of course, because we just saw him over there. A couple of Robins, Mercury, and Azrael Batman. So, we've got there a nice look of the Riddler. Okay, something else. Spandex, what's with the belt? Seriously, what's the belt holding up? Because he's wearing tight pants. By nature, they do not slip. Eh? Okay. So, a biography on the Riddler. Who's that dude who did biography on A&E? Wish I could talk like that. That'd be awesome. Anyways. Edward Nygma had been a cheat all his life, especially when it came to the solving of puzzles. Okay, let's stop there. We're trying to talk about how evil this guy is. He cheats at puzzles. They could have said, he cheated on girlfriends, he cheated on his SATs, he kicks puppies, he cheats on puzzles. Like, so what? He probably cheats playing solitaire, too. Who gives a shit? Anyways. He turned this into a career by running a crooked carnival puzzle game. But Nygma, yearning for greater glory, decided to use his love of riddles to match wits with the Gotham City Police and Batman, sending them fiendishly complex clues to his forthcoming crimes as the Riddler. I know we're trying to make it sound menacing, but when you read that, it really just isn't. Like... Carnival... Oh, anyways. I'll stop. So, his first appearance was in Detective Comics number 140 in 1948. So he's been around a long time. His real name is Eddie Nashton. That I did not know, but also known as Edward Nygma, because you see Enigma. Oh, you can't see that. Enigma, which is, puzzle. We've been over that before in different movies and stuff. His occupation is professional criminal, except he kind of sucks at it. His base of operations is Gotham City. His special abilities, genius intellect, driven by need to test his wits against law enforcement by leaving clues to his planned crimes. So basically, he's just a narcissist. And hey, we can build Bane. Anyways. So, that is our look at the package for the Riddler. Actually, it looks like it's going to be a decent figure. I never liked the spandex look for Riddler, but I think it's going to be alright. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this out in a second, and we'll have a closer look at the Riddler. Riddle me this. Back in a second. This figure sucks. Oh, wait. No, wait. That's not a riddle. I'm sorry. We'll try it again. Riddle me this. What's a figure that sucks? Haha. Yeah, I'm going to kind of hate on the Riddler here, but we'll take a quick look. All the way around, he's got all the cute little question marks on him, so we can talk a little bit more about Riddler. Yeah, I'm being a little bit harsh, but I don't particularly like this figure, and we'll get into why. But first, the color scheme. Well, you know what? When he's in his kind of lime green, snot green jumpsuit, that's the color he's got, and we can see at the neck there we've got the skin tone, and we've got the purple accents. His belt's got the little belt buckle, which I think is supposed to look like an E for Edward or Enigma. Woo! His cane is kind of a gold-ish color, which is nice. And we can see here his face. We've got the little mask that he wears, and his hair is black, but I'm going to compare this to something else. Maybe it's just this light. The highlights, the different color to give it kind of, I guess, texture looks, again, kind of a pale blue, which is something else we saw really badly with Black Adam over here. I don't know what's the deal with that. It's really noticeable on this dude, but it's kind of noticeable on this dude too. Maybe it's just the light. I don't know how well the camera's going to pick that up, but c'est la vie. I guess that's not going to bother me too much considering everything else. Now, in terms of other details for this figure, what else do I want to talk about? I can't stand the jumpsuit look. That's really what's all going to boil down to. And I know some people really wanted to see that because it's that kind of classic look. It reminds me of, well, I don't know if he was like that in the older comics, but that's the way he looked in the Adam West Batman. It was some dude in a jumpsuit, and he showed up like that later on in Batman the Animated Series, and he looks like that in Batman, was it Under the Red Hood? The story of Jason Todd. So I guess, you know, some people like it, and if you like that look for the Riddler, you'll probably like this figure. Speaking of which, apparently, someone told me that this figure is the Chase. The one that everyone's after is recently at the local geek shop, or one of the local geek shops, and this figure was more expensive than the rest of them. I don't understand why. When I asked why, because I think this figure kind of sucks, I was told that this is the one to get, which astounded me, but there you go. What else we got here? Well, we've got all the little question marks, which is kind of nice. He's even got a question mark on his junks. Now, I don't know what he's advertising to the ladies at that point, but of all the places I would put a question mark, that is not one of them. We've got the big question mark there because he's the Riddler. He's got one on his ass, too. I wonder what that means. Anyways, now, in terms of articulation, standard DCUC figure. His head's going all the way around. We can go up and down a little bit there. Shoulders around and up. Ooh. The arm rotates there at the bicep. We can bend the elbow. Now, something else I want to point out about this figure. One joint for the elbow. And we saw with some of the other figures, there's two. I don't know why we get the difference there. And the hand, that can rotate at the wrist, but doesn't have the up and down motion. We've got that joint here in the upper torso, so we can look up and down. We can rotate at the waist. And standard articulation for the legs out, and they can go forward and back. We can bend the knee. We can rotate there at the thigh. And his ankle, we can move back and forth. So, Evil Professor, why do you hate on this character so much? Again, I hate the jumpsuit look for the Riddler. I just think it's stupid. I like the way he looked when he first showed up in animated series. The dude in the suit and the tie and jacket. The staff with the question mark is kind of cool. I think it was really made popular by Jim Carrey. I don't know if he had one before or not, but that's where I first really remember it. Especially looking like this. Which is okay. I actually don't mind the cane at all. But it's just, you know, and in terms of the figure, they did almost nothing with the figure. Even this little belt buckle, it's not sculpted. It's just painted on. The only thing they did was they painted the head, and I think they may have changed to just give him gauntlets for his gloves. So we can see a difference there. That's about it. Nothing else. It's a standard DCUC figure. And why is he a muscle-bound freak as well? Because he's the Riddler. He's not about, you know, violence himself and combat and all that stuff. He should have a much slimmer build. They maybe even should have used the skinny standard DCUC male figure sculpt instead of the muscle-bound one, because he's not going to go fisticuffs with Batman. Whenever he tries, he loses, because he sucks at that. That's why he has thugs. As I said, now if you like that look for the Riddler, yeah, this is going to be excellent for you. But if you don't like that look for the Riddler, it kind of sucks. And it's just one of those ones where, honestly, I would have never picked it up, except it comes with this, which would be the left arm, there we go, of Bane. And we can have a quick look at that here. We'll look at it in maybe more detail when we assemble Bane. But that's the reason we had to get Riddler. Plus, you know, the green of the hose for the Venom is very close to the green on the Riddler, except this is kind of translucent and he is not. So, that's my reason for having Riddler, because I want Bane. That's really about it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this figure, and if you like that look, he's very good. If you don't like the look, as I don't, there's just nothing exceptional to it. Standard frame mold, which I know you could say is the whole thing with the whole DCUC line, and I get that. But there's just nothing exceptional about this figure at all. There's nothing wrong with it, but there's nothing really good with it either. It's average. It's just not my cup of tea. So if I was going to give this figure a grade, he gets a grade of a C. He's average. He's, nah, I don't care. There's nothing, again, exceptionally wrong with it. It's just not great for me. And, I don't know. I don't really have too much else to say about it. It's there. That's going to be about it. I'm going to have I'm going to have Bane kick this guy's ass because it's going to be awesome. So, I think that's our review for DC Universe Classics Wave 16 Riddler in his unitard. Thank you very much. Class is dismissed.